Did you celebrate your last birthday? If not, why not? Are there other milestones in your life that you've let slip by? Milestones can include things like finishing an important task at work that required a lot of time and effort. Did you celebrate that? Celebrating milestones that happen in our life matters in living a happy and healthy life. In today's show, I'll talk about the benefits of celebrating milestones so that when the next one comes around, for example, your birthday, you'll make the space and take the time to celebrate it. Celebrate your life's special moments. And yes, you are worthy of celebration. Come on in. It is time to choose happy. Hey girlfriend, do you want to connect back to yourself and what you really want for your life? Are you finally done with the limiting stories and fear that stands in your way? Is the negative talk so loud that it sabotages you and lowers your self-confidence? Hi, I'm Marie. For the majority of my life, I lived in negativity that was often labeled as depression. My breakthrough happened when I learned the power of choosing happy. This podcast will give you tangible ways to finally ditch the negativity, improve your self-esteem, and take action for what you really want for your life. No more guilt, no more people-pleasing. Let's do this. We are choosing happy. Hello, how are you? I hope you had a lovely Mother's Day weekend. It was so nice to spend time with my young adult kids. My son, he made us a delicious brunch, and I went to the spa for a couple of hours with my daughter. So that was really nice to get a little mini manicure and pedicure. You know, I don't know about you, but whenever I get a mini manicure, pedicure, I ask myself, why don't I do this more often? It just feels so good and makes me happy. And then I realize, well, there's the cost and the time needed to do these things. Then I remind myself, well, if it makes me happy, shouldn't I be doing it? You see, I have to remind myself too. If you're a member of our Facebook group, or if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that I was invited to a pop-up event at a local store to promote and talk about the Choose Happy affirmation card decks. I was selected to hang out on the front porch of the store and put out Choose Happy vibes as customers came into the store. I love putting out Choose Happy vibes, whether it be here on the podcast or through social media posts, like in the Facebook group, and just talking about the affirmation cards and the power of using affirmations. That's a subject I could talk about for hours. So if you ever want to chat about affirmations, send me an email. Happy to set up a time to chat with you about it. Affirmations have just been so life-changing for me. It was a self-help tool and continues to be a self-help tool because I continue using affirmations. When you use affirmations consistently and use the right affirmations, they work. One of the things that I love to do when I get the opportunity to be with people in person, like the pop-up event that I had the past 2 Saturdays, is to ask them to randomly pick a card. I love to see their reaction to the card that they select, to just see them reflect on what the card says and how it resonates with them. It truly is transformational to hear someone say, "Oh my, I can really relate to this." And that's the power of the Choose Happy affirmation cards. I loved meeting everyone these past 2 Saturdays, and if this is your first time listening to the show as a result of meeting me at the Hive store, welcome. In the next couple of weeks, I will be busy helping my kids plan my 25th wedding anniversary party. I know, 25 years of being with the same person. We debated if we should have a party, my husband and I. We only knew one other friend that had a 25th wedding anniversary party, and that was before the pandemic. So we hemmed and hawed, and, there was those conversations that said, should we bother, should we not bother, blah, blah. In the end, we decided, yes, why not? We love hosting parties, so it's an excuse to get together with family and friends. And it's not just about the party, although I am looking forward to it. It's about taking the time, making the space in our lives to celebrate a milestone. I know a lot of people let it go, and that's okay, to each their own. That's all right. And we almost did that ourselves. But in the end, we decided that we wanted to bring together our friends and our family and celebrate who we've become as a family and the role our friends and our family have played in supporting and nurturing our marriage and family. So that is what we're choosing to celebrate. So, why does it matter? Why does it matter to celebrate milestones in our life? Celebrating milestones is important, and it shouldn't be reserved just for anniversaries, weddings, graduations, or birthdays. Although, as I mentioned, some people choose not to celebrate their birthdays, and that is okay if that's a choice they're making. Milestones can also include other things. It can include tasks that we complete that matter in advancing our lives. For example, it could be completing an important work project that took a lot of time and effort, or doing well on a test if you're studying, completing an academic year, or completing even a major household remodel. I mean, that's huge. Or anything else that because you followed through, you advanced your life. So why not celebrate that? In today's fast-paced world, it is so easy to just jump into your next to-do and neglect celebrating these achievements. If we can't make the time to celebrate these date-based milestones, for example, birthdays and anniversaries, when will we ever make time to celebrate them? For today's show, I did some research because I wanted to share with you 3 benefits of celebrating milestones so that when the next one comes around, maybe you'll choose differently. Maybe you'll choose to make space in your life to celebrate it. So let's begin. 3 benefits of celebrating milestones. The first one, did you know, as humans, we are called to grow. And when we don't grow, that's when we feel stuck and depression can kick in. We may get feelings of being unhappy with our life. If you are feeling unhappy with your life right now, ask yourself, is it because I'm stuck? Am I feeling stuck in my life? Am I doing the same thing I was doing last year? Or if you did push yourself to try something new, and even if it was really tough, I want you to celebrate that. Celebrate how you grew because you challenged yourself to do something different. Growth is nourished by encouragement, and we need to encourage that for ourselves. Celebrating whatever that looks like for you, that's an affirmation of your accomplishment. You are cheering yourself on. Stop minimizing what you accomplish. And you don't need to celebrate with others. That is nice, but what matters is that you take the time to acknowledge it and celebrate you. Benefit number 2, acknowledging milestones gives us the opportunity to reflect on where we have been and give thanks for the progress that this milestone has made in our life. Completing something in and of itself doesn't fulfill us. It's the why behind the achievement that matters. And without taking the time to truly reflect, we become trapped in a never-ending to-do list that just keeps going, and we don't feel like we accomplished anything that really matters. Benefit number 3, celebrating milestones benefits our mental health. When we take the time to celebrate, for example, when we celebrate with others, we become happier because as humans, we're social creatures, and we're happier when we connect with each other. When we come together to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, or other special events, families and friends gather to celebrate progress made in that person's life, sharing fun family stories, seeing our children grow. Anniversaries remind life partners of the years shared together, both the challenging and good times. Connection is so important for our mental health. As for me, my upcoming 25th wedding anniversary party represents the journey my husband and I have had together, the life we have created for ourselves and our children, the memories together, both the good and the not so good times, and the love that we've received from our friends and family. Making the time to have these events, and they don't need to be big events, so don't think you need to plan a big party. It can be a casual dinner. We're having a casual barbecue in our backyard. These get-togethers can help us feel happy if we invite the right people. That's really important because things can happen at parties that can become negative very quickly, so plan your guest list accordingly. Celebrating milestones, whether big or small, matters for living a happy and healthy life. I hope this episode has inspired you to make the space to celebrate that special next milestone you have in your life. That includes celebrating your birthday. Tell your family you want to celebrate. Stop waiting for them to plan something for you. How would you like to celebrate it? Do that. And if having the day to yourself is what matters to you, then do it. I know several people who take the day off from work to do whatever they want for their birthday. As for me, it'll be celebrating my 25th wedding anniversary, a casual barbecue with friends and family. I'm choosing to do this because it matters. It matters to us. Our marriage matters. It is the foundation for our family, and that is what I'm celebrating. And that I continue to love my husband 25 years later. I know, that's rare, and I consider it a very special gift that we're still in love. And it hasn't always been easy, for sure. For the month of June, the show will focus on the topic of joy and how we can bring more of it into our everyday life. Joy matters as we embrace choosing happy. Joy can be defined as a strong emotion of inner peace and contentment, and I'm looking forward to bringing this into our daily life in June. As a bonus for the listeners of the show, I designed a Joyful June monthly calendar that will have 30 days of journal prompts. Examples of prompts will include the following. For example, one day it will say, send one text to one friend who needs encouragement. Another example of a journal prompt for one day in June is, ask one person what brings joy to their life and really listen. What I like about these prompts that I designed is that it's realistic. It's easy to send one text to one friend who could use the encouragement. It's an easy task, and it may have profound effects on your friend. She or he may be so appreciative of you reaching out. To receive your Joyful Joy monthly calendar in a PDF format, ensure you are receiving emails from Choose Happy. If you're not receiving emails right now, go to the website, choosehappywithmarie.com, and sign up to become an insider. This will, when you become an insider, it will trigger a download of a 5-card affirmations PDF, so 5 cards from the Choose Happy affirmation card deck, and that will sign you up. Ensure you sign up by May 30th because I will automatically send out the monthly calendar on May 31st, and you need to be on the list to receive it. But if you're receiving the emails now, it will automatically be sent to you. You don't need to do anything at all. June's focus for the podcast will be all about joy, including the 2 joy affirmations from the Choose Happy affirmation card deck. I'm so excited to share those with you. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. Sign up now if you're not already on the list. Wishing you a wonderful week, choosing happy. Cheers! I hope today's episode empowered you to choose happy as you live your upcoming week. If it did, consider forwarding it to a friend that may benefit from it as well. If you have 30 seconds, please leave a review for the show on your favorite podcast app. It warms my heart to hear the positive impact the show is making in your life. It takes vulnerability and courage for me to show up here every week. I do this because I feel called to share what I learned with others. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. You can purchase your very own Choose Happy affirmation card deck at www.choosehappywithmarie.com. Take good care and see you next week.